When a man says, I don't care, it doesn't mean he's too stupid to know he should care. It doesn't mean he's too lazy to care. It means he has assessed that the amount of energy it takes to care is too much energy.
We went on a date after we kind of hung out, and he took me back to Brooklyn and dropped me off. And I'm like, okay, so I guess this is the part where you exchange numbers. Make a long story short, a week goes by, and I didn't hear from him. He gave me his number, and I'm like, God, I gave him mine. He didn't call me. And finally, I call him, and I dial the number, and this man gave me a wrong number. Oh. Can you imagine?
The male loneliness epidemic isn't going to be solved by men finally doing the healing work and becoming better. I believe many are going to find a loophole, and I want you to stay with me. Think about one of the factors to male loneliness in the first place. Women in the West have agency, we have education, and we don't need men for safety and survival like we did before. So instead of rising up to the occasion, men will go where pressure no longer exists yet, which is third world countries, their back home village, where their passport is more than enough to convince a woman to be with them. And so they can find a woman in those places who are still willing to mother them, and places where a woman still needs a man to depend on to survive.
I don't know, like I've been saying too, if you want to f me, you need to be willing to spend that paper. You want to know why? At least I'm not going back home with wet and dry pockets, you know? So even though I am still hurt because I might like you, but it's more so like at least I got something out of it than to just be a silly rabbit.
Yeah, wet dry pockets is diabolical.
Isn't these the shoes that your mama just bought you? These are shoes, right?
Yeah,
like imagine
it's just too much.
No funny shit. Imagine you meet a man and you like him and he's a vibe, and then you him, and then you driving on the way home and your car break down and you're like, I need $100 to get my car together. He's just like,
I don't got that.
yeah, I don't have it for you, my boy.
But you have the energy to f me.
Like, why we you don't have $100 to help me?
She's a very kinky girl.
Why don't men choose to go to the next level? As in, it's cool to f me, but it's not cool to take me home.
We're assuming that when you say take me home, that means do more than f you, like invest in you, give you some sort of commitment.
Like, take me to meet your mom. Like, I'm a cool little shawty. Like,
The kind you don't take home to mother.
One thing I can say that I'm genuinely shocked by is the pace at which the environment that we're in is changing. I can remember being a late teenager, early 20s young man and thinking that my worth as a man was directly related to how much attention I could get from women. And if you're not getting any attention from women, then you're doing something wrong. And to a certain extent, there was some truth to that because things were a bit more natural before smartphones and social media. But in this new environment, getting the woman is just the beginning of the troubles for lots of men. And getting attention from women and even having access sexually is not the prize that it used to be. It's very easy to forget how long 20 years is.
10-year-old little boy, and he used to say to his dad, when you drop me off after our visit, can we stop before we turn onto Mom's street? And I'll give you a hug and I'll tell you I love you. Because then when we get to the house, I'm gonna get out of the car and yell that I hate you and I never wanna see you again, and I'm gonna run up to Mom's. Because this kid at 10 had figured out that if he let Mom know he loves Dad, that Mom would be mad at him and she would be cold to him. And he also knew that his father loved him so much that he could do that and yell at him and he would understand. Like, and so they had this routine for 2 fucking years where they would pull up and get out of the car and he'd hug him and he'd tell him he loved him. And then he'd get back in the car and he'd pull up to the house and the kid would get out and slam the door and yell, I hate you, I never want to see you again, and run back up to Mom's, and Mom would like shuffle him in, my poor baby. Like, what do you think that does to a kid? Like, what do you think that does? What effect do you think that has on a kid? Like, how could you create conditions like that and claim you love that kid? But the problem is we have a system that is ill-equipped to deal with that, you know? And again, it's getting worse and worse and worse as this is happening more and more and more.
Today, okay?
So wait, my daughter not walking the stage because she don't want me here to see her graduate?
Because she says there's an order that says you're not supposed to be around.
Where's do you see the order on file? Is there any order on file?
I don't have one, so therefore I cannot ask you to leave. Therefore I cannot ask you anything about it because I don't have anything in writing.
So she took my daughter.
So she made the decision for her not to participate.
So now she's not walking the stage.
That is correct.
She will not be graduating.
No, she'll still be promoted, even though she will not participate in this ceremony. Does not mean she won't do it.
Wow.
But she made the decision for her not to participate.
That is crazy.
When I speak about the environment rapidly changing, these kinds of videos popping up more and more often are a testament to that. This is a man that technically won the genetic lottery. He found a woman that was willing to carry his progeny to term. The child was born healthy and apparently doing well enough to school to continue advancing. And the woman has weaponized the presence of the child against the father. Is that the prize for sex? Because if you ask more and more guys, they'll tell you, if this is the quote unquote prize, then you can have it. The idea that I have to jump through all these hoops and pay for all this money just to be in a situation where I can't be a father to my child, nah, I'm good. And when you see the young ladies that are in support of trying to keep a young lady not just away from her father, but not even letting the child walk on a graduation day just out of spite, sex is not a prize if these are the young ladies acting like this, moving in this kind of manner, and even parenting in this kind of manner. More and more men are rightfully saying, I do not want 20 years of this.
As a principal, I ask you to leave a space or anything because there's nothing.
Because I'm on her birth certificate as well.
Exactly.
So I have every right to be here.
I explained to her that because you're on a birth certificate, you are given the information, the educational rights as a father. You can know what a ceremony is, you can do a grades, you can do attendance, you can come to school and have parent conference, you can lunch with her. You have all those rights as a father because you're on a birth certificate.
Wow, that's crazy.
But she has made the decision that she will not participate today. So that is the reason why I'm sharing with you. But I do not have any court order or documentation that says you cannot be around the child.
So she took my baby from her graduation ceremony, all because she don't want me here.
So she elected not to have her daughter participate in the ceremony this morning. That is the final confirmation that I have for you.
Okay, well, all right.
But I am sincere.
This will be my last warning to you. Turn your video on. Miss Bouvier, if I say it again, I'm going to find you in contempt of court. If I say it again, I'm going to find you in contempt. So when any issue happens before, I'm going to have my deputies come get you. Okay? You turn it off again, I will find you in contempt of court.
Finally, I call him and I dial the number, and this man gave me a wrong number.
Oh. Did you do that purposely?
Yes, I did it purposely. She was kind of obnoxious.
No, I wasn't.
So you will spend 10 days in the DeKalb County Jail. You turn the video off again, okay? Did you understand me, Miss Bouvier? Did you understand me, Miss Bouvier? Unmute yourself and say so. Miss Bouvier, I'm going to ask you one more time. I'm going to excuse you from this hearing. I'm going to find you in contempt, and I will pick you up. And your child will then go to Mr. Habib. Unmute.
Here's what, you know how you go on a date and this one thing means we're not going out again?
Yes.
It could be like one thing.
Yes.
The whole thing could be fine.
Okay.
And then one thing could end it. So at some point in the date, I go, are you seeing anybody, right? And she says, hey, she says, no, but I know where to get some if I need it.
One eternity later.
I'm finna eat, yes. Eat it and sign.
Because I'm done. I'm done with the. They're not being
Sign is
mature enough.
crazy.
Oh, it's so eat it and sign is eating it. Okay.
Listen.
Yeah, it's tough out here, but hey, beautiful women problems.
I feel like the thing about dating for me is I want to date with intention.
Yes.
But I also want to have fun.
So ladies, don't say that on a first date.
I stand behind my documents. For the record, I stand behind my documents.
You can stand behind whatever you want. Do not unmute like I asked you. Ms. Marshall, go ahead and remove Ms. Bouvier from these proceedings.
Yes, ma'am.
I find you in contempt of court. 10 days in the Cobb County Jail.
Look. Get the fuck out of my face.
Are we not allowed to laugh? I'm so confused right now.
He not used to girls having fun.
I'm saying
Oh no, we already know we can have fun.
Right.
We do that regardless.
Pop out though, we might. But you pay the bill.
Now niggas ain't got no money.
Right.
Here are some of the reasons why I cannot date or marry a Japanese man. Yes, you had me. So I've been on dates with a few Japanese men, maybe like 2 or 3 on different occasions, and what I noticed about Japanese men is that there are so many unspoken rules with dating a Japanese guy, right? There's so many things that they expect you to know or to do even without telling you, and I'm not Japanese, so I don't know these things.
Oh, thank you. What did I do? So the voice is gonna travel.
It's just because he whispering.
I'm saying.
He ain't like that one.
Yeah, I don't think like that joke.
Just add our bills.
You can just add ours onto theirs as well.
And Japanese men do not have very good communication skills. Yes, they rather ghost you when they're angry than communicate or speak out. And when you do something that they don't like, they don't know how to say it, they don't know how to express. You can literally be asking them to do something for you that they don't want to do, and they'll say, oh yes, it's fine, let's do it. And they'll do it. Or they'll promise to do it. Maybe you want to go somewhere, you want to go on a trip, and you say, okay, let's go on this trip. And they will literally be planning this trip with you, only to ghost you after that discussion.
Okay, so you can pay hers and you can pay mine. See how he said he has nothing else? That's what you should have been doing. He said okay.
Right, immediately when we asked, actually. We had to ask him 3 times.
Right, this is our 3rd time asking, but you want to laugh.
So it's very stressful for me, like, to read their body language, to understand them. And if this can happen in dating, how much more in marriage, right? So I think the best is, for me, is to stay away completely. Like, I can't, see myself, or I don't see myself getting married to a Japanese man or having a relationship, like a long-term, stable relationship with a Japanese guy.
What happened to men just shutting the fuck up and going to work? Every time. It's a podcast. It's a meme. It's a stream. Take y'all ass to work and shut the fuck up. Y'all talk too damn much about nothing. About how y'all ain't giving the women no motherfucking money. We don't want to hear it, okay? We don't want to hear it. Okay, you broke. We got it. Like, please. I'm tired of the think pieces. I'm tired of it. Damn, just be quiet.
For many of us Gen Xers at the time, it seemed impossible, inconceivable that Dave Justice could part ways with someone as beautiful as Halle Berry, but he did. And around the same time, Chris Rock was giving the wrong number to Nia Long. And so when we consider the fact that these 2 very accomplished men essentially said, you're beautiful, but no thank you. You can keep the cheeks. Essentially what they were saying is that whatever you have is nice, but I know on the back end of this, it's going to be so nasty or just so unpleasant that I'm just going to chuck deuces. People love to bring up the idea of a male loneliness epidemic, but what I'm starting to believe is that men are looking at the facts on the ground and saying, it's better if I employ her as a worker than to engage with her in a way where I'm going to let my guard down and I can get into some kind of family arrangement where she can be spiteful and keep my kids away from me. I mean, as beautiful and as sexy as the women are that we see on the internet, we're hearing about a male loneliness epidemic when it's easier than ever to reach these young ladies. So why are there more and more young ladies on the internet saying that guys are looking past them, that guys aren't going to dating events, that guys aren't even really trying? We even heard Nia Long complain about the fact that she wants guys to try harder. And it speaks to the fact that for millennia, the idea of having sexual access was what made men conquer territories and risk their lives on the battlefield. And here we are in 2026, and men are saying, you can keep the cakes, honey. I'm good. That signals a drastic shift. Not that young ladies are so advanced past men that men don't know how to keep up with them, but men have found a different value system where what women have now compared to the attitude that they're bringing to the table is just not enough. And quite simply put, as black men, we have spoiled our women. We are very nice. We are overly sensitive. We give more emotional labor to our women than we date than any other men. And when you see this young lady in Japan complaining that she can't date Japanese men, it's proof in the pudding. And so we're in an interesting world now where young ladies are essentially demanding men spend money on them, and many times in ways that many men are just simply repulsed by. It's going to be a very interesting year to follow. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you in the next video.